So, as you know, today's session is another one on Yemen. This is an opportunity to get an update on how events are doing on the ground, on what more efforts need to be done to implement the Hodeidah Agreement in full, to hear a report on the monitoring situation, and obviously to get a humanitarian update from Mark Lowcock and WFP. Last time, you'll recall, there were very serious concerns about food supply and access for food getting where it was needed. This was being impeded. We'll hear what the WFP have to say today.
Are you disappointed that General Lollisgard is quitting?
I'm not disappointed. He's done excuse me, an incredibly good job. He's got the monitoring firmly on track. I think there is a generic issue about speed of rotation of some international military roles, and I think this has been a case in lots of different conflict areas, and personally speaking, I think there's a case for longer rotations. But the General has done a great job, and we're very grateful to him.
Ambassador, every time, especially Mark Lowcock speaks, he says, we keep coming back and things aren't getting better. Are you in any way encouraged that things will get better?
Yes, because we have to keep trying. As we all know, this is the worst humanitarian catastrophe that the UN has faced, the world has faced in a very long time. So we owe it to the people of Yemen to keep trying. I think it's very easy to forget quite what a difficult proposition Yemen represents, both in terms of food access but also in terms of stopping the conflict. So it was always going to be an uphill task. We have to take some comfort from the fact that everything is still in place, even if it's not been implemented as thoroughly or as quickly as we would want. And we've got to keep using all our energies and all our creativity to try and unlock implementation in a meaningful way. And we know it's not easy, but I'm afraid we've just got to keep on trying, and that's what the Special Envoy Mark Lowcock and others are doing. May I say something about Ebola?
Yeah.
The International Development Secretary for the United Kingdom, Rory Stewart, he's just visited the DRC to see for himself the situation on Ebola on the ground, and then he also visited WHO in Geneva. You may know that WHO has now declared Ebola an international emergency, which unlocks certain mechanisms and funding. We, as the UK, have given an extra $60 million. We look to other donors to come forward as well. This is a problem which is solvable. The vaccines are working. That's what Rory Stewart found when he was there. But one of the problems is the lack of francophonie assistance to help go into the communities. Another problem is obviously the killing of the health workers. So just at the point at which the vaccines are starting to have an effect, we risk undercutting efforts by the murders of these poor old workers. So hopefully we can talk about that here at the UN. Hopefully we can put some energy into trying to get that resolved.
How much of a game changer is the fact that it's gone to Goma, which is up there on the border, is the gateway between DRC to the rest of Africa?
At the moment, I think that is containable, but it is obviously a worry because, as you've just alluded to, it would not take very much for it to be able to cross a border. Uganda has been able to resist and to get a handle on the disease so far, but obviously we need to watch this very closely, and I think that was one of the factors in the WHO decision. Thanks very much.